cheese will look a little bit more plumper. A 1/4 cup of blah blah blah. Oh, that looks pretty good. So good. Hi guys, today I want to show you how to make quinoa crust pizza. It's super healthy, super delicious and super easy to make, guys. All you have to do is grab a cup of quinoa, put it in a sieve and rinse it under a tap. This will get rid of the perfuming coating that quinoa is known to have. If you do not do this step, you will have a perfumey tasting pizza, and no one wants a pizza to taste like perfume, guys. Come on. So after you've rinsed it, you want double the amount of water to quinoa, so that's 2 cups water. Put it in a bowl and soak it overnight. I just spilled that all over myself, but hey ho. So you want double the amount of water to quinoa, soak it overnight or for at least 8 hours, and the quinoa will soak up that water and it will look a bit like this afterwards. It will look pretty much exactly the same as what it did before. It will just look a little bit plumper. And we're gonna drain this now, we're gonna wash it again, and we're gonna put it in a food processor. So no water, just quinoa, it's done. So I've just put this in a food processor. My food processor is very little. I'm gonna whiz this up now. So I've whizzed that up a little bit. You really want to make it as smooth as possible, pretty much. And that is not smooth at all at the moment, as you can see. You want to just keep going. Okay, so once you blitz your quinoa, you want to add half a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and about half a cup of water. It will all depend how long you've left your quinoa to soak. The longer you leave it, the less water you'll need to add. You want it about this consistency, so it kind of hangs onto the spoon a little bit. And you want to blitz it again till it's smooth-ish. It depends how good your blender is. My blender's not that great, so it's not that smooth, but it's still delicious nonetheless. Okay, so once you have your mixture done, you want to get a baking tray, or what I like to use is a pop-out cake tin, because then you can get a completely circle pizza. And you want to grease this. You can grease this with olive oil or coconut oil, whatever you want. And I forgot to say, you have to preheat your oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, and then you put your mixture on the baking tray. So you want to put it in your baking tray or your cake bottom tin, and you want to spread it to about 3 to 4 playing cards thick. You don't want it really, really big, or else it's going to be really hard to flip afterwards. You're going to bake it for 5 to 10 minutes until it's golden on top. We're going to flip it and cook it for another 5 minutes, and then that will be our base cooked. So once your base is baked for 10 minutes on one side and 5 minutes on the other, it's time for your toppings. So I've got a tomato sauce. All I did was put chopped tomatoes in a saucepan and simmered it for about an hour. The longer you leave your tomato sauce to cook, the more intense tomato flavour you'll get. I added a little bit of balsamic vinegar and a little bit of sugar to intensify the tomato taste. So I'm just going to spread that onto the base. So you can add whatever you want to this pizza. I've just gone for the normal margherita, so I've just added a tomato base and some mozzarella. And you put it in the oven and you cook it for about 5 more minutes. All you want to do is melt the cheese and heat the toppings. So I have no toppings, I just want the cheese to melt. So I'm going to go for about 5 minutes in the oven now. That is done now. The cheese is all melted and it looks delicious. So I'm going to cut that up now. Look at that, guys. It is so good and it tastes so good. It is delicious, guys.